Welcome back. Well, the market is still down and out. The Bank Nifty coming under quite a bit of pressure right now. The Sensex is down in the trading session, so not much recovery. In fact, we are threatening to go below the mark of 22,700 for the Nifty. But a lot of earnings candidates, so let's decode the earnings of DreamFolks Services with Liberatha Kallat, the CMD, joining us on the show. Hi, good to be speaking with you. Overall, the margins for Q4 have been on the weaker side. At 8.5%, they've managed to miss the street estimates. What led to that? And more importantly, are you expecting a sharp recovery in Q1, or the margin profile is going to be at a similar level in FY25?
Hi, good morning. So I think we have already given the guidance in our Q1 results as well. So there was a one-time correction in the CAM charge which happened for all the private airports. And this one-time correction which happened in Q1 was the impact for our cost. And that actually resulted to the impact on the gross margins, and I think we have already given the guidance even during our Q1 results that, it would be between 11 to 13%, the gross margins.
Sorry, are you saying 11 to 13% for FY25?
So I would say that, we would continue maintaining the same gross margin for next 2 to 3 years.
Some banks, Liberatha, have also started reducing their airport lounge benefits over the last 3 to 4 quarters as well. Is that an area of concern for your business by any chance? And would you see any yield pressure because of the same?
I would say not really, because, as a company, we actually built the spend-based solution a couple of years back. And we understood that, where this whole thing was going. Because if you actually look at it today, the way the lounges were crowded, and the reason was that the awareness of lounge benefit had grown. And people were carrying multiple credit cards to access the lounge. In that case, what was happening is that there was no usage on the credit cards for the bank. So the banks were giving the benefit because they also wanted that the card holder also uses the card. But however, because they found that there was no ROI for them, and that's how this resulted into a spend base. Now, I would say that as a company, we see that it is very good, because in a longer run, this would actually be a very advantage for us. Secondly, I will say that, because of this, we have actually deeply integrated with all our banks now for managing the spend-based program. And this is not only going to be adding just one of the lounge benefit, but I would say that the other services or the benefits, what we have curated in our package, even these have an opportunity to be added in as a benefit as a CVP for most of the cards now.
Right. Liberatha, when you talk about your Singapore business, also you've mentioned in your press release that you've seen a strong key managerial personnel appointment in Singapore. Could you just highlight some bit of the growth plans that you have over there, as well as what kind of revenue potential does this exactly have for the company?
So as we mentioned that, yes, we are now focusing in Southeast Asia, and we have appointed a senior person to manage the business for Southeast Asia market. We have already entered the Malaysia market as a tech player by giving the tech support to the airport lounges there. And we see a huge potential, because we wanted to create a similar model, what we have built in India market in terms of, the spend base and the card level program. So the intention is to build a similar program even in these regions. In terms of the numbers, I would say that, in the next 4 to 5 years, yes, I would say that these regions would start contributing, and it would contribute somewhere between 5 to 10% to our overall top line.
So 5 to 10% coming in from Southeast Asia largely over the next 2 to 3 years. But within India itself, are you looking at expanding your presence further? Because post-election, there might be some more privatization and some more opportunity that might open up. Anything that you're watching out for specifically?
So if you actually look at our, service portfolio in terms of our lounge network, we have 100% coverage at the airports. We have 100% coverage even at the railways. So this will actually benefit us as in more and more privatized airports come up. Obviously, there would be good lounges coming up, and they would be part of our network. So I would say that, yes, more airports coming in, more privatization is actually going to be beneficial for our business.
Right, interesting. The other thing I also wanted to talk about was, really when on an industry basis, that is, there is that entire theme which is playing out for converting from utility to retail now. And your company sits in the middle of, the airport economy. So just wanted to understand how is it that you plan to garner or, sort of delve deeper into this entire transition which is now taking place?
So if you actually look at it, that's the reason in the complete service portfolio also, the focus is not just going to be in the lounges, right? We are also getting into the F&B. And we say F&B, it's not just at the airports. We are also coming in highways as well. And not only that, we are also building lifestyle services, which is the beauty, the pet care, healthcare. So I would say that yes, now we would be combining or packaging all the services and understanding that how the market is now interested or, see that, they would really want to take certain benefits. So, and also banks are also wanting to create a different kind of CVP basis, different set of customers. So I would say that yes, we are already in track and we have already built certain, solutions in our platform.
Liberatha, just lastly, what we want to know also is in terms of other service revenue, that contribution has significantly increased to 6% from previously 2%. Could you talk to us about any tie-ups that you're seeing and what is it that in terms of the sense of margins in terms of value-added service could we expect from here?
So yes, you're right. In FY22, these services were contributing less than 2%, and now it has raised to 6% in FY24. And the focus is that we are trying to package it up. And in December also we have introduced the DreamFolks Club membership, and the reason was to actually club in all these different services and give to enterprises, because now as a company we are also focusing on enterprises as well. So the thing is that yes, going forward, I would say next 4 to 5 years, we see that, all these services would contribute around 20% to our top line. And also to add on that, these services, the pricing is different. So obviously the margins would be much, compared to the lounge, would be much better.
Liberatha, thank you so much for joining in with us this morning on ET Now. It's always a pleasure talking to you on the show. But with that, we will slip into a short break. And as we slip into the break, let me just mark the flashes at the bottom of your screen. Adani Group has clarified on the media reports that Adani is in talks to acquire the stake in Paytm. They've denied that. They said that this is baseless speculation, totally false and untrue. So yes, that's the update coming in there right now. And this is Adani spokesperson who's spoken on the clarification on Paytm. But with that, let's just slip into a very short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more updates after the break.